Okay, do we have anyone else? We had one here.
Hi, my name's Natasha. I'm here with MISA. First, just want to thank the panel for your discussion. I found it very interesting and informative. I just had a question in regards to the seafood processing. So you mentioned that a lot of it is being shipped overseas to Asia to be processed and then shipped back here. And I'm just curious, what percentage of the seafood is currently processed here in Newfoundland? Where are we starting from? I mean, obviously we want to move towards more production locally, but yeah, where are we starting from here today?
Yeah, again, it's not a stat I have right here now. A lot of our species, all the inshore harvest is processed here for the most part. There's provincial requirements around that, and there's certain exceptions and everything else. But the government policy certainly promotes that here. I know that that's around economic development and getting maximum benefit from the resources that are off our waters. But there's still a large amount of fish that is going out of the province for processing. There's exceptions to that. You may have heard earlier this year that we're doing more shrimp here. There was shrimp caught offshore here, and a lot of that was been shipped to other countries. That wasn't lower wage countries. That was going to Iceland and Norway, for example. So there was other issues around that. So a little bit more of that is coming back here now. So I think there's way too much. I think we have to really examine how we do business. Again, I think it's one of those things where it's good for the environment, less carbon emissions, if we don't send that to other countries and then distribute it around the world. And I think it's a good economic benefit if we do more of the work here in our province as well.
Just to add to that, not to get into a political discussion because that's not the purpose of today, but so we operate in both spaces as a company. We have 5 land-based processing facilities where we source both from the inshore sector primarily, but we also take some of our production from the offshore as well that would go into land-based processing. The shrimp is an example. We've been doing it for several years now, where we take offshore industrial shrimp and process it in Port aux Choix, our shrimp processing facility, as an example. So there are examples of that. Now, product that would go out from the offshore sector that may go direct to market in an head-on gutted form or H&G form, in most cases that's going to market for final sales. It's not going to market for further processing and coming back. Because if you look at the growth in seafood exports, a lot of the growth right now is occurring in places like Asia, China. It's not a place anymore that's focused largely on further processing to bring back to other markets, although maybe that happens in certain occurrences. It's an end market because of the growing middle-class society in China. They want their seafood product in various forms, in different forms, be it whole fish or some other form. So we feed that market. So if the market demands further processing of product, in fillet form, that's what you do. If the market demands more head-on gutted or H&G product form, then that's what you do. You feed that market in the best way you can. But ultimately, most of the product that we sell now, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in Asia, whether it's in North America, it's going to that market for sale. That's the reality of it, right? So.